Morning, everybody. Here we are at Nassau Nursery School. We're having another circle time with Mrs. Wright. Instead of the letter of the week, this week we're going to do a rhyming book. And the rhyming words are going to all end in the letters A-T. A bat named Pat by Betty Franco, illustrated by Barry Wiseman. Do you remember what illustrated is? Yes. Who drew the pictures? So Betsy wrote the story and Barry drew the pictures. My mother and I had a nice long chat about getting a pet like a dog or a cat. Chat and cat rhyme. But I told her I really want a bat, not a fish or a bird or a dog or a cat. Bat, cat. If I had a bat, I would name her Pat. Her collar would say, Pat the bat. Pat and bat rhyme. I make her some supper, 2 spiders, 1 gnat. All sorts of spooky bugs like that. Gnat, bat, rhyme. I'd pet her little head, pat, pat, pat. I'd sing her lullabies as she sat on her mat. Pat, mat. She'd sleep all day with her wings folded flat. I would always know where she was at. Flat, at. But when the moon got round and fat, she'd leave our bedroom habitat. Fat, habitat, rhyme. And swoop out the window, just like that, to meet her pals, a nice bunch of bats. Bat, bats. They'd flutter around like acrobats. Then they'd sit in my tree for a bat chit-chat. Acrobats, chit-chats, bat, all rhyme. On show and tell day, I'd wear a tall hat, and on my shoulder, there'd be Pat, hat and pat. At first, some kids might want to scat, but after a while, they'd start to love Pat. Scat and pat. I really hate to be a brat, but I want a bat, and that is that. Brat, bat, that. Try as I might, Mom said no to the bat, so I'd like you to meet my new cat, named Pat. Bat and pat. Now here are some questions. See if you can answer them with the rhyming word that ends in at. Listen to the riddle sentences. Add the right letter or letters at the at sound to finish each one. My kitten grows up. She will be a cat. Right. When it's cold outside, I wear gloves, a scarf, and a hat. I saw a very big mouse. I think it must be a rat. My cat eats so much that she's growing rather fat. A car could not move because the tire was flat. This is my high chair from when I was a baby. It's where I always sat. My aunt calls on the phone each night so she and Mom can chat. Right. I know my baseball mitt is in the yard, but I still can't find my bat. A tiny bug buzzing in my ear is called a gnat. Please wipe your feet on the mat. Yes, very good. Give a great holler, a cheer, and a yell for all the words that we can spell with an A and a T that makes the sound at. You'll find it in mat and cat and bat. 2 little letters, that's all that we need to make a whole family of words to read. It says make a list of words, then use them in the cheer. A-T, at. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to write the words on our board here. These are called families of words. All these words have the letter A-T at the end, the family words. So we're going to start with the word at, and then we're going to add the B. What do you think that spells? B-at, bat. And how about the letter C? C-A-T, cat. But you know what? Mrs. Wright's going to do it this way because there's something important I want to tell you. B-A-T, C-A-T. I'm using the small letters for these. And then the cat can be, if it eats too much, fat. And in the winter, you wear a hat. And in the winter, when you come out from outside, you have to wipe your feet on the mat. Now, I have a friend whose name is Nat. And if you notice, I'm using the capital letter N for this word. Capital letters mean the names of important places and things. And I have a friend, and you know her too, Pat. Now, you don't know her as Pat, but I do. It's Mrs. Safara. Her name is Patricia, but her nickname is Pat. Now, also, there's a rat. Ooh, a big mouse is a rat. And if you put an S in front, you have sat. And this is a word, v-at, vat. That's a big container that you can use for liquids like oil or sometimes wine. So we have capital letters here and small letters here, and these are all rhyming words. At, bat, cat, fat, hat, mat, gnat, pat, rat, sat, fat. Now, instead of a capital letter, if I did the small letter P, I would write the word pat, like to pat your head. Now, here's some other words. These are called blend words. And up here, we're going to do a TH. And as everybody remembers, the TH sound, it's the only time you can stick your tongue between your teeth and stick it out at me. Fat. TH. That. That. And if you're not a good child, sometimes you can be a brat. A brat. Oh, you don't want to be a brat. When Mom talks with her friends, she has a ch-at. These are blend words. The, br, ch. And you don't want to get this. A flat tire. Flat. And then you have, oh, here's one. This is another special word. N-A-T is a gnat. A gnat that buzzes around your head. But this letter is silent. It's a silent G. It doesn't make any sounds. So it's not a gnat, it's a gnat. And then you can have, oh, this is something, oh, sometimes if you fall, you do a splat. You splat. So you can use other letters in the front to make more words. So we have that, brat, chat, flat, gnat, splat, acrobat. And you know what that is? Somebody who does all kinds of fancy gymnastics. And then we have habitat, is where you live. Habitat. And so you can make all kinds of rhyming words by adding other letters in the front. So let's go through our at words. At, bat, cat, fat, hat, mat, gnat, a friend of mine, Pat, Mrs. Zafera, rat, sat, bat, and another pat, you can pat your head. And you put blended letters in the front. That, brat, chat, flat, gnat, the silent G, splat, and even more letters in the front. Acrobat, habitat, lots of different words. So now, when you write these words, you can start to read. So we had fun with our at words today. It was very nice joining you, and I hope you have fun in the sun. Don't forget those scrubbing bubbles. Bye.